Hi, third grade. Just wanted to say hey, and I missed you so much. We're going to try to do some music classes at home. So those of you that want to keep working on your recorder, have a little bit of help. And it won't be the same, but if you do need any help, you can ask your parents to contact me and I'll help you as much as I can. But the good thing about the videos is if you need help, you can go back and watch it maybe a couple more times and maybe you'll catch what you missed the first time. So we're gonna work on our recorders, we're gonna do a little bit of singing, we're gonna do some games and activities, and we're gonna keep learning about our composer over the next few weeks, okay? We're gonna start with some breathing today. You guys know that breathing is one of the most important parts of being a musician. In order to sing the right way, in order to play our instruments the right way, we've gotta breathe really, really well. So let's practice our breathing today. When I ask you to breathe in, make sure that you are breathing in very deeply, pretending there's a balloon in your belly and blowing up that balloon. And then when you release that air, that balloon can go back down. Okay, so here's what we don't want to see. Right, because I just blew all the air out of my belly even though I was trying to blow it up. So relax, make sure you're sitting up, but when you breathe in, make sure you're filling up that belly. Okay, fill up that balloon. So I want you to take your hand, and as we trace our fingers, as we trace up, we're going to breathe in, and as we trace down, we're going to blow out. We're going to go all the way around our hand very slowly. It's not about going fast. Fill up that balloon, then let the air out of that balloon slowly. Stay with me. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up that balloon again. Blow it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And let the air out. Very good. I want you to do that a few times throughout the day just to make sure you're getting deep breaths. Remember, the more air we can get in, the more notes we can play and the better they'll sound. All right, so we are going to be working on a recorder. You did get your little packet of papers with those pages on it that you need to play along with me. Let's review a little bit because it's been a few days since we played. So let's review a little bit of what we need to do and then we'll go right into clapping our rhythms and playing them, okay? Look on the board real quick. You guys remember all these different notes. They all have a different amount of counts that we need to give them. So let's start with this one. Does anybody remember the name of that one? Or you might remember how many counts it gets. Do you remember the name? So the name for this note is a quarter note. We notice that it's different from the others because it's colored in and it has that stem on it. So when we see that note, it gets one count, but for now we're gonna say ta. So if I ask you to clap it, don't forget you're gonna go ta. All you gotta do. If you see the rest that goes with this also gets one count ta, but we're gonna keep our hands open. So we would go ta for that one, okay? When we see two notes connected at the top, we say T, T. We're gonna clap it like this, T, T. Make sure you're saying them with me too as we go. Remember the note that's not colored in? Half note. That one gets two counts, I'm gonna say ta, ah. Let's do a half note and then a half rest together. Ready? Half note, ta, ah, ta, ah. Let's do that one more time. So we're doing one half note and doing a half rest right after it. Here we go. Ta, ah, ta, ah. Good. Remember on these longer notes to keep your hands together. Don't clap it twice. Keep them together as we say the counts. And our long note. Our long note is ta, ah, 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 and so is our rest. So let's do a whole note and then a whole rest, just like we did the half. Keep your hands together for the whole note. Here we go. Ta, ah, 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 ta, ah, ah, ah. Let's do that one more time to make sure you get the whole notes. Here we go. Ta, ah, 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 ta, ah, ah, ah. There we go. There's our whole notes. Let's talk about our recorder. So if you have your recorder out, great. If you don't, grab it really quickly. Remember, I'm backwards from you a little bit. So I'll try to sometimes turn around, but remember that I might look like I have different fingers going on than you do when you're watching me, just like in class. All right, so remember your recorder, be very, very careful with it. We know that it can break if we're not careful. So we want to always take the best care of it. When we're done for the day, go ahead and get something to wipe it off with. You can wipe down the inside if you got a lot of spit in there, which happens sometimes with our instruments. Remember that the side that has a lot of holes should be in the front, and this is exactly how our mouthpiece should be lined up. So make sure it's not turned the wrong direction. Make sure the white part of the mouthpiece is in back with the one hole in back. So that is in the back with the white part of our mouthpiece, okay? Remember, when we're playing, we want to sit up as best as we can. Even if you're sitting on the couch, let's get our feet down, let's sit up straight and tall. Remember to blow up our balloon when we go to breathe. Remember which hand goes on top. Can you tell me which hand goes on top? Make sure I can hear your answer. Left hand on top, right? Left hand, always on top. Remember backwards, left hand on top. So our left hand, our thumb is gonna go on that hole in the back, and then we can start using our fingers in the front. Remember to use your right hand to help you hold the instrument, even though we're not playing those notes yet. We're getting to those very soon. Okay, so I want you to get out. Let's warm up with one of the ones we already took a quiz over. So look for page 4, which is probably the first page I gave you. Look for page 4. We're gonna play number 8 together first, okay? Actually, we're gonna clap it first, and then we're gonna play it together. Look through your notes. Remember, on this page we've learned A and B. Remember, A has 2 fingers down in the front, and B has 1 finger down. Do you remember which one is A and which one is B? Remember that A is on this space and B is on the line. Okay, so look at which one is which on number 8. I wrote this out for you for now so you can remember all the notes on the treble clef. Remember, we're going to say for the lines, every good boy deserves fudge. Always start at the bottom. Every good boy deserves fudge. Now what about the space notes? Do you remember that word for the space notes? We're going to say face in the space. Face in the space, F-A-C-E. So remember that word, face, okay? Now you can put your recorder down, or you can hold it carefully under your arm like we do. Let's clap number 8, saying our ta or TT or whatever we need to say as we get to the notes, okay? So I'm going to count to 4 before we start so that we can all start together. So we're going to clap number 8. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, 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 ta. T, 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 ta, ah. Ta, 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 ah, ta, ah. Let's do that one more time now that you remember what we're doing, okay? Here's number 8 again. Remember, even though you're at home, when my hands go up, that means we're ready to go. If you have your instrument in your hand and we're about to play, you would pick your instrument up. Let me do my pattern for you this time to get us started. So remember, 1, 2 is my pattern. When I get to 4, we're starting right after that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, 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 ta. T, 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 ta, ah. Ta, 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 ah, ta, ah. Very good. Are you ready to play it? All right, so pick up your recorder. Remember, even at home, don't put it to your mouth until I put my hands up. That way, when we get back to school, you remember exactly what to do. So somebody tell me what the first note is. The first note is on the second space. Do you know what note it is? Let's look at the board. The second space, if we spell the word face, is F-A. So our first note is A, which means 2 fingers down in the front. Make sure your thumb is covering the back hole, and make sure you look and get those circles on your fingers when you press your fingers into the holes, okay? Don't tuck those other fingers under because they've got to be ready to play. So our first note is A, and then I see the note that's on the 3rd line, B. So those are the 2 notes we're going to play for number A. Let's try it together. Here we go. 1, well, let me do it like this, but I'm going to play it for you since you're not with me in class. Here we go. Instruments up, and I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll all start together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, let's do it one more time together, guys, and we'll go on. Now that one you guys all passed your quiz already, So we've moved on from that one, but remember, you can always rewind the video or go back and watch any of this again if you want to make sure that you're getting all of it, okay? Let's play it one more time together and we'll move on to the next page. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Good job. Don't forget to say that word to into your instrument as you're playing each note. All right, flip the page. Let's go to page 5. We're not quite done with page 5, but we've been doing some of these. We've worked on some of them. So let's start with number 4. Well, let's practice our new note. There's a new note on this page. You've already learned it, but it is G. G is on the second line, every good. G has 3 fingers down in the front. Remember, right now, as our notes are getting lower, we're adding more fingers. So we've gone from B, which was 1 finger, to A, which was 2 fingers, to G, which is the 3rd finger down, okay? So let's play number 3 real quick, just to practice G, even though we don't have to change notes. Let's do number 3. We won't clap it this time. I think you'll get it. Ready? 1, 2, ready, play. Great, did you get it? We'll try it one more time. Don't forget that when you see those, we've got to be silent. All right, say ta in your head when you see those so you don't forget to be silent. Let's play number 3 one more time. 1, 2, ready, play. Very good. All right, let's play number 4. Number 4 uses all 3 notes that we've learned. Remember, as we go down, we can add a finger. Okay, so we're going to go from B to A to G. That G is on the line, every good. So let's play number 4 together. I see something at the end of number 4 that looks a little different. Do you see it? What looks different at the end of number 4? Do you see the repeat sign? The 2 dots that tell us to go back to the beginning? So we're going to play number 4 2 times because of that repeat sign. All right, ready? 1, 2, ready, play. All right, now I'm going to go kind of fast because, again, you can go back and look at these again if you need to. So we're going to go on to number 5. Number 5 is a little tricky. It has our ta rest in there, but it's also changing notes. So it also has a repeat sign. So we're going to go through number 5. Let's clap number 5 real quick. Let's make sure we're getting these rhythms. Clap number 5 with me. Ready? 1, 2, ready, clap. Ta, 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 All right, let's play it. Ready for number 5? Instruments are up. Ready for number 5. What note do we start on? It's on the 2nd line. So we need to say, every good boy deserves fudge. What note is it? It's G. So 3 fingers down. Ready? We're starting with G. 1, 2, ready, play. Hope you remembered to repeat. Did you remember to repeat? All right. Most of you, I think, have finished with number 5 too. So let's go right on to number 6. Number 6, let's clap the rhythm. It's a little trickier. It's a little trickier. Here we go. Number 6, clap. 1, 2, ready, clap. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ta. Now we're going to clap that one more time a lot slower. So if it was hard to get it that fast, you don't have to go that fast. You can go slower. So let's clap number 6 one more time slower. So listen for how slow I'm going and you stay right with me. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ta. Good, now we're going to play it and we're going to go that slow to make sure everybody can do it, okay? Now at home, if you want to go through these on your own and play faster, go for it. I know some of you can do that, but we don't have to go fast. So let's take this one slow. Here we go, number 6. Don't forget to play it 2 times because that repeat sign, okay? Those 2 dots tell us we have to do it again. Number 6, instruments up. Ready? We're starting with B. Every good boy is on the 3rd line. Starting with B. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. There we go. That one is tricky because we have to jump. Did you notice that? From a G to a B. So we skipped that A. So we have to go from G, 3 fingers, to B, 1 finger. That's the first time we've done that. Did you catch that? Let's do that one more time. This time I'm not going to repeat it. We're just going to play it through one more time so you can practice that jump. All right? So let's do number 6 just one time. 1, 2, ready, play. Good. Now, if that jump was hard for you, which for most of you it probably was, because that's something new, let's just practice jumping from G to B. First, just do your fingers. G, B, G, B, G, B, G, B. Now practice playing that. You can do that as many times as you need to get used to moving more than 1 finger at a time, because we're going to have to do that a lot coming up on some of these new notes we learned. So practice moving more than 1 finger at a time, even if you're not even blowing into it. Because sometimes our fingers don't want to do the same thing at the same time. One of them wants to do something and the other wants to do something different. So make sure we can move both of them at the same time. All right, now I know some of you are excited to play hot cross buns, and I know some of you can already do it. Hot cross buns is a quiz. I'm trying to think which quiz we are on here. You guys did number 1, you did number 2. So if you have not finished number 5, I believe number 5 was your 3rd quiz. This is what you get to do at home. You get to take your time to take your quizzes. But what you can do if you want to keep going along our Music Land board, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of you have 6, some of you have 7 that we're still going to try to get through before the year is over. So what you can do is have mommy or daddy record you taking your quiz, and they can send it to me. My email is up here, or they can also ask me for my phone number and they can text it to me, and that way you can keep moving along our Music Land board even while you're home. So some of you, I think almost all of you, have already passed our first 2 quizzes, and we're on orange. Orange was number 5 on page 5. So if you want to record yourself playing that and send it to me, then we can pass you along on orange, okay? And I'll keep track of how everybody's doing since you're not here to sign it. Our next quiz is going to be Hot Cross Buns. A lot of you are going to know this song when you hear it. So if you can play Hot Cross Buns, have mommy or daddy record it, or even we have some of these live things now, so if they want to make an appointment with me, we can call each other and you can play for me and you'll get to pass off your quiz. Okay, so hot cross buns is going to be our next quiz. When you're ready to play that, record it. Now if you can't do that at home, that's okay. When you get back to school, we'll try to get everybody caught up where they want to be in their quizzes. All right, but if you're at home and you can do it, record it and send it to me and I'll keep track of where everybody is. And you can get as far as you want to while you're home. Okay, so hot cross buns, let's clap it. Okay, there's no jumping around, and no, there is jumping around. We've got to move that from that G to that B again. 3 fingers to 1 finger. So a little bit of jumping around. And there's a repeat sign. So this one's kind of long. It's kind of a long song. Let's clap it. Clap it with me and say it with me. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 ah. Ta, 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 ah. T, 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 ta, 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 ah. Ta, 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 ah. Ta, 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 ah. T, 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 ta, 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 ah. A little bit trickier, right? It's a little bit trickier. Let's try to play it. Remember, you get as much time to practice as you want. So if you don't get it the first time, it is not a big deal. Just take your time to practice. And when you're ready, then go ahead and record it for me, okay? Let's play it one time. And then we're gonna try the next one, and we're gonna do a couple other things for class today, and we'll pick up here next time, okay? So let's play hot cross buns together, or if you're not ready to play, just listen. That way you know how it goes, and then you can try it on your own later. Here we go, 1, 2, ready, play. That one goes. Now just for time's sake, so we don't spend too much time in class today, we're going to go on to the next one. But remember, you can practice that as many times as you want to. The next one might sound familiar to you too once you hear it. The name might not sound familiar, but you might know it. This one, you know what, we're not even going to clap this one. The rhythms are a little bit easier. It's just quarter notes and half notes, just ta and ta-ah. The notes are a little trickier. This one's a little trickier. I'm going to play it for you one time. Just listen this time. Then we'll play it once together, and then you'll get to practice it on your own, okay? That's the exciting thing about having your recorder at home, is that you get some more practice time. Let me play it for you one time. Recognize that one? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Try it with me one time, and then you can practice it later. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Did you notice that line 1 and line 2 are exactly the same? So they could have just written line run and then drawn a repeat sign, but instead they drew it out for you 2 times. But did you hear that they're exactly the same? So if you get line 1, all you have to do is do the same thing again. Makes it a little bit easier. All right, I want you to go ahead and put your recorders to the side, put it somewhere safe, or go ahead and put it in the in its case if you need to. But remember, later you probably want to wipe off the germs off of it and get some of that spit out from inside. You can put a tissue on your little cloth or a really small cloth and get that inside cleaned out a little bit, okay? We're gonna do a couple other things before class is over today.